Good evening, I'm Melissa Khan with your Friday, February 19th edition of News and Depth. First up, Gibraltar quarantine Berbice man wanted by the police for the murder of a former priest. Here's the report.
A 21-year-old Gibraltar Road quarantine Berbice man, Orlando Richards, is wanted by the police for the murder of a former priest, George Chokasan. The 82-year-old man was found dead in his home at St. Sidwell's Anglican Church, Hatfield and Vincentian Road. According to the police, his body bore multiple stab wounds. The gruesome discovery was made by his daughter and the priest who visited the location after calls to his phone went unanswered. The police are asking anyone with information that can lead to the arrest of Richards to make contact with the nearest police station or call 911. The police have said that all information provided will be treated with the strictest confidence.
It's your new secret. The all-in-one weapon for perfecting imperfections and capturing flawless skin. A lot of brands forget women of color or just don't understand that we come in all shades. From caramel to ebony, there's such a range. IMAN Cosmetics is for every woman and features a line of skincare products and cosmetics including 16 foundation shades, powder, concealer, lipstick, blush, eyeshadow, highlighter and BB cream. Visit us at Lot 75 Swamp Section, Rosal Town. That's behind the market. Or call 337-4422 or 688-9249. Shh.
Family violence is violence directed at another family member.
It can be physical, verbal, sexual, and more. Family violence leads to despair, destruction, and death.
It can happen to both men and especially women from any background. Children are especially vulnerable. And the stress and isolation due to the COVID-19 pandemic can increase family violence. Family violence is illegal in Guyana. If you or someone you know is experiencing gender-based violence, family-based violence, or sexual harassment, contact the Women and Gender Equality Commission at 231-5276 or 231-5298.
Or put an anonymous note in the post office boxes at the Guyana Human Rights Commission Building, the Guyana Post Office Corporation, the National Library, the Georgetown Public Hospital, and the University of Guyana.
Caribbean rice from the lush rice fields of Guyana, straight to your home. Caribbean rice, our people, our rice.
Welcome back. Murder suspect deported from Suriname. More in this report. The freedom of murder accused Janky Tapsy was short-lived with her arrest in neighboring Suriname on Wednesday. Tapsy was handed over to the Guyana police force on Wednesday by the Surinamese police. The woman is the prime suspect in the murder of 85-year-old Bibi Ramjit. The pensioner was found in a bedroom at her Lagrange Old Road West Bank Demerara home motionless on her bed. Ramjit's feet and hands were bound and her mouth taped up. At the time of her death, Ramjit operated a small shop on the ground floor of her home. The police took Tapsy back to the scene on the west bank of Demerara as the lawmen continued the probe into the murder. Tapsy was arrested last year but managed to escape from the station when she asked to use the bathroom. Melissa Khan, News and Depth.
Range. IMAN Cosmetics is for every woman and features a line of skincare products and cosmetics including 16 foundation shades, powder, concealer, lipstick, blush, eyeshadow, highlighter and BB cream. Visit us at Lot 75 Swamp Section, Rosal Town. That's behind the market. Or call 337-4422 or 688-9249. Shh.
Sexual harassment is any unwelcome act, comment, gesture, or physical contact.
Street harassment is sexual harassment, but it is no joke. A woman's dress or behavior must not cause sexual harassment.
Sexual harassment is unacceptable, unwanted, unfair, and unlawful.
And in our COVID-19 crisis, the risk of violence and sexual harassment is even higher.
If you or someone you know is experiencing gender-based violence, family-based violence, or sexual harassment, contact the Women and Gender Equality Commission at 231-5276 or 231-5298.
Or put an anonymous note in the post office boxes at the Guyana Human Rights Commission Building, the Guyana Post Office Corporation, the National Library, the Georgetown Public Hospital, and the University of Guyana.
Caribbean rice from the lush rice fields of Guyana straight to your home. Caribbean rice, our people, our rice.
Let's tell you now.
Government spending on the Guyana Sugar Corporation is scandalous, said opposition leader Joseph Harmon. Harmon was speaking at his weekly press conference. He believes that Gaisuku is directionless.
And we cannot see what is really coming out of all of this money that's being spent. We are going to again interrogate these figures that are produced there for Gaisuko. And every day you listen to the Jack Dearest press conference. It gives you a whole convoluted explanation about these estates. And when they came into office, in fact, one of the promises when they came into office was that they will resuscitate all of the estates that were closed down. Well, I'm still looking to see that happening. I'm still looking to see it happening. What I do know is that they're spending a lot of money. And the persons who are working in that industry at the lowest levels, they are not benefiting from all that money that's being spent. Again, as I say to you, is the businessmen, the middlemen, and all these people who continue to make the money. The people who selling the tractors, the people who selling equipment. That's what they're doing. That's what they're doing. You haven't seen them doing any work in any field that you can say, okay, this money is being spent. You can't see it. In some of the factories, they are going through it and they're getting a nightmare, they get a headache because they don't know themselves how to do it. The man who they put at the head of it, who has been criticizing the APNU left, right, and center all the time, he claims to be a turnaround expert. He said, I will turn around Gaisuko, but I'm waiting to see if he can turn it around. He's probably getting a turn.
According to Harmon, the PPP government is well aware that the Sugar Corporation needs to be right-sized.
All that's happening is that they are spending the resources of this country on an entity that they themselves knew. In fact, they had reported before we took over that it had to be right-sized. And so it is about right-sizing it and bringing it up to a certain point that will ensure that sugar is produced at a level that can match the cost of production with the actual price that you receive for it. And that disparity is very great right now. So this is a problem. And so the question of what is happening on these estates is something which we'll have to basically look at properly. Because we had done all of the studies, we did commissioners' inquiry, we did studies by experts, we laid those studies in the National Assembly, and we had a white paper on sugar. All of these were done, and now with nothing more, with not even a plan laid out anywhere, this regime comes to say, oh, we'll spend all these billions and billions of dollars on an industry which has been well researched, But they, without any evidence of research, brings a man who said he could turn around anything, and I'm still seeing where he turned around going.
For decades, the sugar industry has struggled to remain relevant.
And that has brought us to the end of our news for tonight. For these and other stories, visit our website at rdproductiongy.com or our Facebook and Instagram page at Royston Drakes Production. On behalf of our news team, thank you for joining us and do have a safe weekend. Good night.